If you look at the year under review 2023, talking about security-related development within the maritime domain, there were 3 significant outcomes. First one has to do with regular security-related issues in terms of attacks on shipping or activities that impact the mobility of ships. We did not record significant piracy activities. They were mostly robbery at sea and things like that. Another dimension has to do with issues related to the environment. So we are talking about actions that impact the maritime environment or the maritime ecosystem. And then the last aspect, which we just asked about, was political activism. This relates to activities that happen on land that have a direct impact on what happens at sea. And in my presentation, I mentioned that nobody lives at sea forever. Whatever happens at sea starts and ends on land. And so if there are developments on land, they have a direct impact some way, somehow, to what happens at sea. Some developments may be remote, some may be immediate. So we saw that issues related to political activism last year had some direct and indirect impact on maritime-related activities. For instance, the coup that happened, we've had 3 significant, political activism-related activities that had an impact. Again, this year, a lot of the countries are conducting one form of election or the other, either presidential elections or parliamentary elections or things like that. We saw the developments in Sierra Leone. Even though there were political activism-related activities, they had some indirect impact on what happened at sea, because then now ships were like, let's wait and see what happens before we go into port. And so that cumulatively has an impact on both the financial economy of the coastal states as well as of the citizens therein. For Ghana, we have been very lucky. Everything we do is within and governed by clear regulations, and so we've not had such developments. Beyond December, we will continue to perform our core functions, which is to prevent any seaward invasion of any invasion of the country by the sea, by the use of the sea. And so ours is to insulate the coast and make sure that it is safe. So our maritime domain, as safe as it is, will continue to remain safe based on the strategies that we have deployed. That's it. One other maritime security challenge which has come up this year, particularly in the absence of what we all agree has been dealt with, which is the piracy, has been illegal migration. Illegal migration is something that is with us. But we've seen another corridor that has opened along the coast of Mauritania, Cabo Verde, Senegal, which is impacting the flow of persons into Europe through the Gran Canaria route, the Canary Islands, what you know as Las Palmas, through that route. And so that is something that has come up this year, and we keep monitoring the development. The tendency for it to spread further east into our maritime domain at the moment appears remote, and we are already, as part of our maritime security strategies, have already taken care of that. And so our extensive and extended patrols deal with such potential activities in the form of deterrence for now, so that it doesn't even